Today, we are delving into the dark side of Magic so hard that even Emperor Palpatine himself would be kinda impressed, as we will be unlocking the new Badger tech that some might consider to be unnatural. I think you will like it. Enjoy! Well, I'll take it. Oh, sorry, I forgot I need to play land to hit face. We'll fix it. Do we swing? That's the question. We will get this into this on the... No, next turn is already this. So for this one single turn, I think it's worth not attacking, even though they can have Badger. If they are good at Magic, if they are better than us at drawing Badgers, they will get insane mana. So this is probably the most meta version of the deck. Celestia counters Badger. I think this is like probably the most competitive Badger version right now. And we will go with this. This also means we can untap the dude, which is really important because then we can play the dude. And that's why you go for the dudes. Now I think we can attack with the recruit. This one has trample, so it will be way better on the next turn. And they can trade 1 for 1 right now, so I think we wait one more turn. Don't forget, this scaling is not the same every turn. Like, it gets worse for your opponent on each subsequent turn, so especially with trample, it scales so well. Suddenly it's not a 1-drop, it's like a freaking 15-drop, you know? Oh, really? Really? I think this is a massive misplay. I know they want to get the counter, but they lost so incredibly much for it. Like, you don't want to do it at the cost of everything, man. So, I would love to Basing Set, but we cannot attack with the land. So I guess we just play the Stalker probably. It has trample, yep, it has. So I guess we can, yep, we just swing. Let's go for the Scavenger. Next time we probably will go for Leatherhead, because we need to fight this board and we need to try to outscale it, which will be very hard. Because they can have, you know, those channels later and stuff like this. Right now they are setting up insanely hard. Okay, late, but I wanted to say that I like Badger, but we need to think twice about this one. And I guess we go for the Leatherhead. I hope we will still have time to attack. It's very late, guys. Basically, right now, they might get Channeler, which will already be 5-4, I believe, by just playing it. So this will match our Leatherhead on the first turn, and then on the next turn, it will go to 10. Here it is. I can predict it. I still cannot beat it, because I still need to draw the right cards. It's not like I'm making big difference, you know? So, Leatherhead is legendary, as the highlight shows you. So what can we do? We have 4 mana. We could go for the Sanctuary and swing pretty hard. We could also bind to life to hit the Space Dragon, which I feel is the best play. We only lose 2 mana potentially. Come on. Good at Magic? Man, I'm so good at this game. I didn't even realize that I'm so good. I just need to roll the dice and win. You know? That's... Oh man, I feel so bad. Our opponent is so cool, but obviously they had like no chance from the start because our draw was just better. You know, thanks to Behemoth. Death Touch is definitely a good start for them. Way better than I expected. You know, it's Cecil. It is a 1-drop that never really loses the board to any 1 or 2 drop. But it still won't win the game on its own. They need way more. And I mean, they deal damage to themselves with this. We are pretty happy with trading life. And when it turns to 4-4, it won't be enough. Okay, so this is Rakdos discard. I guess. So now we can go for this. Man, if we had a single mana dork, we would play like twice as many spells. Because look at this. Right now we are wasting 2 mana by just being bad at Magic. So we needed this dude 2 turns earlier, and this would already all drop probably. So yeah, big difference. That means we will have to defend a little bit. I don't really want to attack, because there is a good chance they have Bloodghast or something, and they love to discard it. So, you know, we need to chill. Also, the Recruit is perfect recipient for the counters, because of the trample. So, you know, it is a 1-drop, And trample for 2-1 doesn't sound impressive, but when you get to like 6 or 10 power, well, trample makes a difference, especially against something like Elf that can block indefinitely, but it still has 1 toughness, so it absorbs nearly no damage from tramplers. Okay, so they are going absolutely all in. Do we block on this turn? I think we will. The question is, because we can survive this hit and they don't get the life gain, so how much damage do we deal on the next turn? This is 4. I mean, we can get 4, but we are not killing probably on 11. It depends if we draw a land. We won't use this one, so I need to actually calculate lethal. Because I think we'll probably need to tap those, 2 of them, for 6 mana, then waste 2 again. And then we attack with 9-10 damage, so they will be at 2. I think we just buy ourselves a ton of time. I think if we drew a normal land, that would be lethal. This would be the missing 2 damage, but I cannot, you know, bank the whole game on 1 draw. And bro, I drew more badgers than lands. And I'm not sure how to feel about it. If we get this, 1 land gives 4 mana, which is absolutely legit, right? Bro. Like, do you see this craziness? Man, whenever I play badger deck, it's like, is this real? And it always is. Let's go. Let's go. So each one of our lands is producing 4 mana right now. Bro, legit. Absolutely legit. And of course we're starting to get our favorite counters. And I think we attack with badgers, honestly. And we keep like 2 creatures to block. We might do the unspeakable and actually block with a badger. And we're so close to lethal, but it's not there yet. And don't forget they also can get the lifelink, so I'm thinking that maybe they get the lifelink if we attack too little, and that would buy them another turn, so that's why I'm trying to be a little bit aggressive. 3 blockers with total of 10 toughness should be enough. We don't really need more mana, but of course if we have mana we'll just drop this bad boy. Don't forget guys, we're insanely mana screwed with pretty bad opening because we didn't have 1 mana dork. That would speed us up by like 2 turns. We get the counter. I think we get them on tramplers. A road of course amazing. It's 1 mana, destroy 4 drop. So insanely good tempo-wise. That means they can still play the turn after removing the biggest threat, which is their dream, because they need to make at least 2 or 3 plays. If that was, you know, shoot the sheriff or something, it would be too slow and they would probably just die, because they cannot follow up. They decided to not play the offense. I think they will just explode when they calculate all the options. Like, you cannot beat so many badgers. You just cannot. It's not how badgers work. Here you go. So we lose 2 power in order to get potentially 5 extra power. And as you can see, we just literally overwhelm them with so many creatures and stats that they just cannot keep up with normal creatures. Oh, we have to... Okay, now we are getting into broken territory. Because that means we can get badger out of badger, out of badger, out of badger, which is the truly champion strategy. Yep, nothing to see here. I just don't play lands. What do you want? Like, my land zone is empty. Okay, now we have the first one. So, normally we just play this, we teamwork, and we stomp opponents so incredibly hard that it's game over. You know what? I will still do it. Like, come on. Maybe we just can cast it. No, okay, we just cast it normally. So against other decks we would just teamwork. But unfortunately we cannot against control because they will just counter it. So I don't even expect this to go through. Yep. This is important information. So guys, just so we know how to play against control. By the way, if they have sweeper on the next turn, the game is over. So hopefully they don't. Hopefully they don't. I don't think we can even recover. So I will just play like this. And we can tap land because we get 3 mana for this and 1 mana for this, so obviously this one is better. So if they sweep on the next turn, the game is over. Important information, if you see this being used in such situation, that means they don't have no more ice. Because no more ice is always better. Oh, they hit the wrong card, they are dead. Impressive, impressive. Let's see, if they kill Badger, oh my god, they actually didn't, bro, this is such a rookie mistake. You are targeting a 3 mana rare, 3 mana 4/4 with insane ability. Bro, you missed the Badger, you missed the Badger, that was the real threat all along. So now we will go for teamwork, and we will pay this. Bro, this is kinda insane. So we get 6 mana by this, and we'll go for this. I really hoped for Behemoth, to be honest, but I'm taking it. It seems reasonable. Guys, I think it's very reasonable. And we, of course, will get the counters on this dude. So we will miss 2 times, I guess. Will we? Okay, we don't need you. So that's pretty good. Yeah, that's a board that you will lose if you cannot sweep it. Like, no creature deck will ever match it. So they need land into sweeper right now. And I think they lack both. So, Betted Magic didn't draw a sweeper, does not deserve the victory. You know what, I'll take it. Do we go Weaver? Or just double Recruit? I mean, this should be a little bit better. Oh, but we cannot ramp with it. Alright, sure. So of course we go for this. Then we get the untap, but we can get 2 mana at most. Do we go for a single Recruit? I think it's still worth it. I think it is still worth it. And we'll actually be aggressive. So that means we need to tap like this. The tapper wanted to get us. But we are not getting got, you know? And this is definitely not what you want to see without killing, kill pressure in the board. But it is what it is. We got so wonky though, because the normal correct draw is just, Elves or Pollinator into Badger and you just steamroll the board if you are on the play. But we never got it so far. Wizard. Are you an otter wizard? Kitsa. Yes, the answer is yes. The answer you were looking for, without an owl, is exactly yes. And we are just reaching new heights with just mythic quality commentary. I really do appreciate you guys that you are still here. As you can see, our opponent is like, bro, this is madness. I'm not playing against it, and this is a correct decision. And mock side. So this is probably Dinosaur with Galta and other big things. So yep, we better go fast because oh boy, we need to go fast. Swinging, that damage might matter. This might be our win, and this is scary. If they have Swamp Visions, that's bad. They can still draw it. Oh no, this needs 1 mana extra. Oh, then they only have 2 mana. Those don't provide mana, so they cannot do it on this turn. Here's Galta. So of course, if you don't know, they Foggy Swamp Visions, it's 3 mana reanimation and they water bend on the artifact, so this is basically their extra mana. That means on turn 3 they can already reanimate the whole board with massive game-winning creatures. Oh, we lost something? Yep. We lost the dude. The dude was lost. I will keep swinging because that's the only thing we can do. You can kinda see that those decks are so straightforward and, to be honest, simple. Usually I just have 1 card to play per turn, you play all of them and see who wins. It's not like I have decisions in this game. I just play the card that I can. It's basically like shuffler playing in a way. Bitter Triumph, alright, our opponent just excelling at those kills. Let's do it again and again until the face hitting starts working. On the bright side, they probably don't have reanimation if they didn't cast it so far, so even though they have tons of removal, I really hope they cannot follow up. Okay, here's the dinosaur. 2 new cards are a little bit scary. They have double black for the visions. Maybe they don't play it. Okay, finally! Okay, now we are actually playing the game. See, like, it's nice we have 4 drops, but look at this 2 drop. That is definitely not busted in any way. And so, oh, they feel the pressure immediately. So, I mean, we just swing, honestly. Of course, we could go for this, but I don't think it's better than just swinging face. Nothing is better than swinging face. Oh, especially that we won. I didn't do math, guys. I don't need to. I'm a Badger player. Well, guys, I'm not fully convinced on this hand, but a classic 1 lander cannot hurt, right? On the draw 1 lander. Oh boy. So I took it because we have so many mana dorks that I hope that they don't get immediately removed and we can get some mana. Our opponent is on the play ramping with a perfect curve so far. So pretty darn insane. They can attack, we cannot lose the elves. Land? No. They're not good at magic apparently. We could get, I guess, 2 dudes. Weaver is nice, but well, we could get a 4-drop on the next turn theoretically. At this point our opponent sees that we are mana screwed, so this is the information they needed to kill our creatures, but they just do their own thing. They're going full single player. Oh man, this, you know, this can be insane opening, but not when you cannot play your cards. We can still kinda play the game, but it's like half of the pace that it should be. Of course now they cannot attack. Still mana screwed. Bro. In 1/6 of the deck, we drew a single land. So that means in 6 times the, you know, what we draw, we would have 6 lands. So we are drawing like we have 6 lands in the deck. I really feel we have more than 6. Alright, so we'll play it on the most hardcore draw we could ever imagine, I guess. And we'll make a lot of mana dorks and try to play a game this way. But man. Oh boy, that's bro, if they sweep here. Okay, they have red, but fortunately they also have creatures, so that always is a little bit of a tell that maybe they don't play it. The problem is that our opponent right now has 6 times more lands than we do, and we still cannot draw a single one. Guys, are you actually seeing this? Like, this is a little bit silly. But we'll still try to play the game out of it, because we can go for the weavers that untap, so this really helps us. And if we had actually a good draw, this guy would be dead already. So we can go Surrak. I think it's Scavenger, right? No, it's Surrak. I mean, we still scale like crazy, but we might be too late. Our opponent is reaching 7 mana before we hit our second land, so that's probably the most extreme difference I have ever seen in lands. And you know what it means? This means a sweeper. And this could be... They play the land, right? I'm not sure. They can play second red mana and go for Avengers Disassemble, in which case blocking with Surrak will kill it, so let's take the damage. That's the problem. Also, the card I didn't see ever used. Guys, like, this is a bit of a joke, isn't it? In 1/5 of the whole deck we got 1 land. So now we are nearing 5 lands in the whole deck. This is how we draw. What? I think we go Weaver, because then the next time we can go Badger. On land, land gets reanimated, we have 4 mana, we play Space Dragon, and if we draw 2-drop we can also play it, so that will be massive. They're already going for drawing 2 extra cards on top of a pump. Impressive, amazing, great, love it. Do you want to double the power and double the power and double the power for turn 2 wins? Or is it too early? Oh, it's just 7 damage after we play 2 lands, guys. It's just a start. Bro. What the hell? Our opponent decided to play 1 mana creature. Insane, impressive, and other words that do not match situation. Let's go for this one. And we go for this one. We of course untap, so we can at least attack. We'll see if we can, you know, beat the crazy thing. If we had good draw, if we were on the play with 1-drop, we would basically steamroll them. But on the draw, with basically missing, you know, our turn 3 power spike, And definitely harder. Right now, they can kill us if they get a good draw. Bashstone out is okay. That's not something that kills us on this turn. Everything that doesn't kill us right now is good for us. And we will need to go a little bit hard. I think we have enough for Behemoth, right? Nope. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. So we could Earthbend and go Behemoth on the next, and they don't expect it. And this will be a little bit of a problem. Okay, I need to count the mana. We might also be forced to block. We'll see. I think we go Leatherhead. We can maybe go 2. We need to tap 1 extra creature for it, but we could. But it's legendary, so we won't. And I don't think we use Bassings. I think we'll legit just chill on this turn. Because next turn it's exactly 8 mana. So we don't need to deal any damage, because on this turn it doesn't matter. And on the next turn we overkill so incredibly hard that we just want to buy time. We want them to not go all in on this one turn, and getting full defensive with so many stats and creatures will probably get them to play for a longer game than one turn. And there's no game longer than one turn, but they don't know about it. So we are laying a trap. I think a lot of players would swing at least with some of the creatures, and that would be a massive mistake. And then you very often can just die if they have good draw. See, they passed the turn. That's all we cared about. Now we play this, we untap the dude, and we win. And they cannot block because they have, you know, red creatures with very low toughness. So against Trample, it's just absolute overkill. It's probably like 40 or 50 damage overkill. Alright guys, I think we are like freaking 5th time in a row on the draw, but we have 1 mana dork into Badger, into Earth Mightiest Heroes. I decided to play the game for as long as it takes to hit one of my 4-offs. You know? So guys, see the cool thing. Oh, they actually have a bounce spell, it seems. Insane, on the play with 1 mana removal basically. Well, sure. Okay, good. You know what? I don't even feel bad that they got mana screwed. They deserve it. No, you deserve it. You're on the play with 1 mana removal. I'm sorry, I'm the bad guy today. But I will still say it, so our opponent feels better. But I don't believe it. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Pollinator. So they have another bounce spell. What the hell? I mean, sure. This is why, by the way, we play 1-drop, so we can make it harder for them to bounce or target anything relevant. They got the land, so they only missed 1 turn, and they got basically 2 free turns with this. So they're actually still ahead of where they should be normally, if the game is more, you know, usual. And let's go for this, because we can pay 2 mana. So if they have a small counter spell that isn't Spell Snare, that would be perfect, and definitely they don't have it. Okay, Get Out is fine. Now we can go for another Badger, and we can go for the Forest. So now the next turn is getting a little bit crazy. Alright, let's see. We need to run them out of cards. They are flow stating on 1 card without this being activated, so that's always a sign of desperation, that they don't have exactly what they want. They actually have the same amount of lands as we do. But they were on the play, so that's why. We could go for this, but we cannot teamwork. So I think what we will do is just get this and go for some Leatherheads. This is such insane pain for mono blue. Except the Either thing, they kinda cannot really answer it. Let's go. I heard you have no sweepers. Let's make sure it hurts. So right now, it's very interesting because we made a situation where our opponent is so incredibly behind on board that they probably need to do something huge on the next turn. But if they do, they will tap their mana. And that means we can drop this. So we kinda have them in a pinch. Okay, sure. Good for our opponent. That's the 3rd bounce spell, by the way. 3rd bounce spell in a freaking row. But it costs them cards, so they gain a lot of tempo, but it's not free. And that's why they are so struggling to hit the next good play, because, you know, like, they play both Bounce Off and Unsummon, and it seems that they play more than one of each, so that really taxes the build overall. 1 mana. Unless they play freaking Spell Pierce, it should not matter. I'm taking the risk. It's too epic. I need to see some teamwork. We get this, and we tap this. Let's freaking go, man. This is absolutely legit. I see no issues here. Our opponent at 3 mana. We are at a little bit more. Well, I hope you brought sweepers, because you cannot win the game without them. Like, this is the funny part. If you see color that doesn't have sweepers, you can go as white as possible. There's nothing they can do about it. And they will always lose. They will just get overrun with this. Yeah, that's a pretty white board. Okay, guys, we did the thing. I promised you will see it, and you are getting it. So guys, this deck is absolutely obnoxious. Not only you have this Behemoth that was already terrorizing, you know, the last turn of the game, because when you drop this, you just kill instantly. But now we also have our cool Earth Mightiest heroes, the card we use to make our cool dinosaurs and Galtas and Tyrants, now twisted to the dark side and corrupted, and now it's part of the Badger Empire. So yeah, unfortunately this is probably where the card belongs, because getting 6 mana and 5 power on the creatures is nothing to this deck. You just get it for free and on a random turn 4 or something, and with teamwork you can stack things like Space Dragon and Behemoth together. And why is it so important? When you stack those two, you will get plus X to power over the Space Dragon. So usually it's around 7 or 9 power, which means that in combat phase you get plus 8 to everything. Well, if you have one creature, for example the Weaver that untaps every time you play a big spell, this and Behemoth are already 2 different creatures, and together they will get plus 16 plus 16. Well, that means they are lethal, and you get trample from the Behemoth. So sometimes literally the whole tapped board with a single Behemoth and Space Dragon will be enough to get lethal on the same turn. That means your opponent cannot untap after this. This could already be lethal pressure if you get the good hits from the top. So this is where the lethality of this version, you know, comes from. Earlier we had Behemoth, now we have ways to stack multiples. By the way, this is not legendary. You can hit 3 of them in a row. I don't even need to mention how ridiculous amount of damage. Guys, just so you get the potential, this is top 8 cards, okay? Well, you can theoretically hit 4 Space Dragons and 3 Behemoths and a Badger. Badger will reanimate a new land which will attack on the same turn. Do you see the potential? It would probably be around few thousand damage, basically on the same turn or something crazy like this, depending on how much board you have left after tapping. So you get the potential. It's absolutely degenerate, and yeah, it's not like Badger was struggling. And by the way, I didn't mention it, but this is like a meta deck. And I think right now in over 300 games, it has around 61% win rate. You know, it's a Badger aggro with Space Dragon, so what do you expect? Like, you will always win in the long run with any of those decks. Like, just sell your soul for Badger and the power, the forbidden power can be yours. But what is left of you after you use Badger? I don't know. I will tell you in a freaking week, because I play Badgers too. I mean, for the videos. For the videos, to be fair. I never play it off camera. But I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, even for Badgers, because in the end you are supporting not a Badger, but this channel. And I thank you so much for it. And yeah, I hope you guys had a lot of fun today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting on Patreon and going, you know, the extra mile to help the channel make this content. So this is very appreciated. Thank you guys so much, and yeah, that's it. I cannot wait to see your comments. And you can tell me if you like the intro. I was pretty hyped about it, so listen, I'm a bit of a nerd, okay? I'm just excited about stuff like this. Anyway, back to the outro. Thank you for watching, and see you guys tomorrow. With